Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my friends on the Earthship. Welcome to my Sunday sanctuary. It's a time I reserve for the discussion of being the alchemist of your own life. Welcome. I'm Cindy Carter, an intuitive, an artist, an energy healer, and a spirit consultant. This series of alchemy podcasts that I put out each Sunday is just kind of a place that each week we can gather, or you can gather anytime you'd like, since they're recorded. But it does allow us to bring information that lets you see your role as a master alchemist. That sovereignty and immortality as a nature is here for all of us. So last podcast we talked about claiming Earth as home. It was a really important one for me. This was a process I had to go through myself. It was hard for me to claim Earth as home. I thought I was a traveler here, but about truly claiming Earth as your primary residence? I mean, really? Energetically, if you don't claim this Earth, you are kind of ungrounded in your thoughts, ungrounded in your actions, and in your energy field. Because this leaves you depleted and confused or infiltrated by outside energies, because the intention of claiming Earth is not there. But when claiming Earth as your home is crucial to the development of your life, when you understand that, you're taking on a high vibrational status in the body. It raises the vibration beyond the matrix. This is how we teach getting out of the matrix. Raising your vibration, but staying grounded enough so the charges don't harm you. This is what we're doing. Lower vibrational thoughts can't live when you're claiming Earth. Outside influence of ET races or matrices that have control systems, those will be lessened or made null by raising your vibration. But the key is to stay in the body during this claiming of the Earth. You can be the brightest lighthouse if you're grounded here, letting the energy around your body be transmuted by the loving Earth energy. It's what's needed. It's the missing link. So today, the podcast is called Deal With It. And that's not meant in an ugly way. It's deal with it. It's natural after you claim Earth as your home. You certainly have to come to an ideal of dealing with it. Dealing with Earth and its lovely and not so lovely ideas. Like if you claim Earth right now you really see with new eyes what this Earth has to offer. Oh my God, some of it is not so pretty. Perhaps you might see more strife and demise now that you're awake to it. Or perhaps you see more love and more respect and more beauty than you had allowed yourself ever before. You see, this is about allowance, allowing the self to come fully online. So now you are plunked down into a fuller awareness. Clarity is coming very quickly for a lot of people. But let's not blow up the emotional states of your being by being attached to emotions and to all these responsibilities that everyone thinks are theirs. Not everything you see is for you. Not everything that you see is a creation of you. Believe me. You're in the soup of the matrix on an Earthship where a lot of stuff goes down. I mean, this Earth is kind of a volatile alchemic mix right now. I just had an image of a scientist in a lab, and everybody's eyes are like wide open while he pours some pure essence into a caustic material, like everybody's waiting for what's getting ready to happen. Is it an explosion? An implosion? An eruption? An elation? A vibration? It's alchemy. The Earth is doing its alchemy, and we're riding it out. We sure better learn to deal with it. Dealing with what is presented is a grounded way of viewing things. If you have been in a sticky situation that's full of the unknown or full of some kind of intrepid outcome, full of mystery that could go awry, you may have seen that person over there that while everyone else is mulling it over or running it through their closed circuits of their brains, or some people have the deer in the headlight look, knock, knock, no one's home. But there's that one person over there that's rolling up their sleeves, fully trusting that they're there at the right moment in their body, and now aware of a new reality taking place, no thoughts, just showing up. Showing up to yourself and saying, let's deal with it. No charge from the mental body, just deal with it. No emotional freak out, just deal with it. And that person goes about saying, step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. Even though they don't even know the steps. They come up with the steps. All the while because they're seeing and feeling a larger picture from their heart. They have trust. They are not lost in the steps or lost in their mind or even lost in their fears. They're just dealing with it as the energy comes to them. They're not judging it. They're not questioning it. They're trusting that their being in their body is showing up to do the proper thing. You notice I didn't say the right thing. I said proper thing. I'm not of the belief that there's always a right or a wrong. It's all a matter of perception. But showing up to yourself and others is in a really high service to what a spirit came here to be and what a spirit came here to do. To show up in a loving kindness. To show up and deal with it in kindness. Kind thoughts, kind vibrations, kind actions. All within the process of dealing with it. It's like, do you put on a hazmat suit or you just do it? Do you have to put on yellow gloves or just do it? So you work up an Excel spreadsheet about it when it doesn't really require that. Just do it. Are you looking for ideas to debunk what you're seeing or experiencing? You need, 3 naysayers to tell you what's up? Run it through your mind, run it through your body. I'm not talking about being impulsive. I'm talking about dealing with it in a consciousness that's grounded. When you show up and you deal with it, you bring all the essence of the many forms of yourself that are in benevolence and high order right here to the table, to be understood and to be full of clarity. It's like a map on the table, and all the interested parties of yourself are huddled over it like with a flashlight in the hand, looking for the way, looking for the enlightenment of the clarity. So ask yourself, can I just deal with it, whatever it is, even if it's something intrepid? Now, remember, this is about compassion for yourself and for others, so really, there better be a boundary, so no dealing with abuse. The way you deal with that is you walk away. You show up to yourself, and you drag your ass out of there. There is no call for abuse any longer on this earth. You forgive the abuser, forgive yourself, and be done with it. Are you telling yourself and others that worn out old story of your past that's a continual drain of your current energy field? Well, I can't do this, I can't do that, I've always done this, and I'm just that way. Is that worn out old story putting deep grooves into your brain? So it's really hard to jump out of the constructed, controlled frequencies of a non-empowered energy field, one that takes all your life force and makes you believe that you have nothing and that you are nothing? My word. Deal with it. Deal with those thought forms. From a higher mind, deal with it. From a loving kindness, deal with it. Supportively. With all the unicorn fairy love that you can muster, just deal with it. By accepting the love of your own being. the love of the universal structure, the love of your higher self. Allow that to assist you in dealing with it. When you have to deal with an energy or an idea or an agreement with yourself that you might be broken. These are false beliefs a lot of us hold. You're not broken. Clarity, you need clarity, showing up to yourself and allowing another process to assist you. It might be what's required in this extreme, like, amusement park ride we seem to be on. This Earthship is crazy. Remember, it's a hologram. We live in it. Multi-dimensions and octaves of choices and ideas and expressions, and we are the alchemists of sovereign being, of sound and light. And we came to bodies to get to choose, to create from any dimension. So why, my friend, why are you playing the game of not accepting Earth as home? Not loving yourself enough to be here right now, not truly being here for yourself or other humans or this Earth, really. Then why did you come here? To get caught up in the Class 5 rapids of the Archon streams of what I call the soup? Other people's crappy thoughts and ideas and attachments and directions in life? That's not what I'm choosing. I'm dealing with it. So I'll give you a real life example in my life, because I'm not exempt. I'm human, partly. Here's an example. I was watching a video recently of some people that were mimicking Sasquatch. Mimicking Sasquatch. You can imagine what that might look and sound like. While I was watching, I immediately had discord in my body and discord in my mind. It made me kind of upset. Like, my human mind was saying, what? What? What is the Sasquatch Nation feeling about this? That's kind of how stuff rolls with me, because I have this communication with them on a really deep and sacred ancestral level. And when I see things like this, I question, what is happening? What's the Sasquatch Nation feeling about this one? My mind's saying, oh my God, how's this going to help with our continued disclosure of them as a sentient, intelligent life form when others are showing them and themselves as kind of ridiculous sound bringers? I mean, they're more than the sounds out of their mouths. And I was having the feeling that it was disrespectful. And just then I thought, what can I do, Sasquatch Nation? Right then, I heard this ancient male voice that I don't hear very often. And it said, we love the misguided ones. Oh, jeez. That is a whole nother level of what my mind was producing. I was producing fear for them, fear for being seen as ridiculous. Love the misguided ones. A heart-based answer, a grounded answer, an answer that allows me to fully show up, minus my fear or my agendas. It has nothing to do with me. Deal with it. From your heart, just like I'm continually being taught by this sentient life force called Sasquatch. We can love more and more and not less. We can love beings that feel they're doing the honorable thing, and even if it's somewhat dishonorable in their unawareness, forgiveness and allowance is a potent mix of higher vibrations. And then forgive yourself for having the thoughts. It can catapult us into showing up fully on earth, in our sentience, in our truth, in our kindness. Compassion mixed in with all the movement, all the thought, all the ideas, creates the frequency in the body to allow grounded thoughts and ideas. So deal with it. Roll your sleeves up, stop judging it, and move through it with loving intentions to prove nothing to no one. You are only here to prove that you are in awareness of the spirit within the body you inhabit. To find life force within this soup we call Earth. Deal with it. Deal with what's being presented in a way that makes sense to your heart space. The cosmic essence of you and all the hidden wisdom we keep bottled up from just having right, safe movement. Let's just deal with it with open awareness. A grounded view of life that can successfully deal with change and abrupt agitations is a life of abundance and a life full of positive life force. It's life force within the view of life. It's life force within a grounded emotional field that can really see the reality of things without being all emotional or mental in the mix, without doubt. That's a big one. To doubt ourselves or another person, dealing with doubt. The energy and essence of doubt, the threads and waves of archontic doubt, they may have originated somewhere beyond your control. So does that make you a victim? In my sovereign eyes, no. You're a being of love and the frequency of Christ consciousness. And what you might be experiencing is part of the matrix field. That's the transducer energy in alchemy, to transduce the energy down into the bodies and minds of the humans. When doubt is inhabited in the body and in the mind, groundedness goes out the window. So deal with it. Kindly. Come into the understanding of yourself as divine. And you can allow yourself to transmute all these lower vibrating energies that are in the body and in the mind, and allow your body to come into a kind of a sweet harmony with itself and its surroundings, even if it is soup. When you don't judge it, when you don't ridicule it, when you don't try to figure it out, just trust from your heart that all is proper and the universe and your higher self are showing you the way to clarity. Deal with it. Stand up for yourself, stand up for others, but don't fight the process of clarity. There is some clarity to be had in this process. There's some clarity on my website. The template of grace is a clear passageway to accepting more grace in your life, and it aligns yourself in a really heart-centered way, compassionate way. It's an 11-day activation of MP3 downloads available on my website for $33 US. I also have a mentor program. I have consulting sessions. If you just need a bit of clarity around a subject, I love to bring new light and a heart-based, compassionate view to other people's issues. I'll be in Bend, Oregon, and Reno, Nevada, the first 2 weeks of June 2019. I'll be putting on a couple of talks and some alchemy workshops. So look for info on the website and my Facebook page pretty soon. But if you are interested, please contact me. I'm starting a list of people who are interested in those two locations. So in dealing with life and dealing with the galactics and the cosmos and all the sun rays that are coming to us, dealing with what arises from your body and your mind in a kind and heart-based way will sure assist all of us in making a bright and beautiful future. Remember to love the misguided ones and deal with it kindly, softly, and with the grace and love of 1,000 beings of light. Many blessings.